So, what's up, guys? This is Ninja in his bedroom, and basically, there was a recent request of me. So, whoa, I forgot. I forgot that they did that. That's kind of cool. Okay. So while we're building up, I'm going to skip to 4 bases real quick. It's been a while since I played, so apologize ahead of time if I suck. But I just want to show off this thing real quick. So before I get into it, well, as I'm getting into it, I should say, first things first, I wanted to say shout out to Team Root. Basically, I encountered 2 players. Cats and Nero, basically, and they are part of why I'm making this video right now. Cats is the one who showed me, Nero is the one that has the video in which I watched and noticed that Nero is not taking in this, what I'm about to show you. He doesn't use this strategy or this technique. And basically there's some people that I pointed it out. I was like, why aren't you using this technique? And I pointed it out, and there's some people that asked me, like, what technique, what it's about? Like, can you show us or tell me what it is or not? So, especially what I'm doing here, and I just want to point out who they are. So, the first one is Jake Herrera, and another one is Joel Caldama. Oh, and the third one, Daniel Shepovita. Yeah, so those 3. So shout out to you guys as well for asking about this little technique. So pretty much I'm just gonna go ahead and go up to 4 bases, because you can literally what's it called, inject all of these bases basically instantly. Using this little technique right here. It's pretty cool. And again, Cats is the person I learned it from. He's the one who showed me how it is done. So we're just waiting for this and get some queens popped out. So hotkeys, basically on the natural button, or the standard button, whatever you call it, the default is backspace. Default is backspace. It hops between bases. This is important. Okay? You need that somewhere. It doesn't have to be backspace, but it has to be somewhere. You don't have to have that hotkey, but I do. I would do that 775 and select, and that's every single level you control. That's what I've always done. But again, we're waiting for queens. There, queen right there, queen right there. Wait for this one. Also, I don't know if the audio and the sound is going to work, so I apologize ahead of time, or actually too late. There's no audio in the game. Nothing I can do about that at this point. So there's all those. You can go queen, 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 queen. Get another pair of them. Get some overlords. Send them back over here. So backspace, it basically it goes through all of your hatches, right? So for queens, I hotkeyed them on 0. Again, this is just because of the button layout that I have right now. You could change this, doesn't matter. Now, one tip is I always put it away from the minerals, or away from the minerals and away from these. So that's over here on this base. So this one would be the same thing, away from these, away from the minerals, away from the minerals, away from those. So it'd be up here, away from the minerals, away from these. So it'd be up there. So that's basically it. That's all you need to do. So you hit 0 and all the queens are selected, okay? And now you hit backspace Okay, oh, another hotkey change that I have is I have I for inject. So normally it's V, that was the default, but I have mine I. And the reason why I put it as I is because the backspace is the key that jumps around your bases. And I is right there. So you could probably put together how this works now. And so, again, really simple. So all you do is you push 0 to select all your queens. Right, you push backspace, hit I, inject, backspace I, inject, backspace I, inject, backspace I, inject. That's it. That's the whole sequence. So all selected. And you can get faster and faster and faster and faster. You can even add the oops. You can even add these if you want. So that was because I messed up. That'll be a thing that's gonna happen. So I did it here too. That's one side effect basically is if you misclick, then you'll send this queen to one of these 3 bases, whichever one you're at. It'll walk all the way across the map and try to inject it there. If you screw it up, pretty much. But if you don't screw it up, it's fine. So again, we're doing stuff. Hit 5 drones. And we want them all to go to here because we're about. I'm just did this because. All right. Oh no, we're running low on larva. 0, backspace, I, click. And they're all just unloading. So anyways, yeah, just one last time. This is basically how you do it. You're doing something, right? Circling, yay, and you're going to attack. Cool, whatever, right? So now you inject. All you gotta do is push 0, have your queens selected. Backspace I, backspace I, backspace I, backspace I, backspace I, and just the better you get at it, the more efficient you'll be able to do this. And unfortunately, I screwed up. You see the queens running away? That's again, that's what you gotta look out for. And so what I do to fix that, instead of having them just march across the map, I just hit 0 and S. So if I screw up, they'll stop where they are. And basically one thing that will happen, that will cause it to happen, is, let's say both these queens have no energy, as they don't, right? And so I hit 0, and I hit I, and inject, and that's just inject. How much does it cost? 25 now? I thought it was 50. Okay. So they have no energy, right? So 0, I, 0, I. So look, they can't do it. So what happens is the queens from elsewhere are coming, and they'll inject it. And that can be good if you have like a macro hatch, for example. Like that's something I like to get. Generally speaking, I will always do that. Get a macro hatch. Like it depends on how you want to play this out, or you're playing it out. Like so, just real quick. I want to just add this little bit of insight from my gameplay. I don't know why Zergs don't put macro hatches at every expansion. Like, I do not understand why they don't do that. Like, I get it costs money or whatever, but Terrans and Protoss gotta make like 8 gateways. They gotta make 8 stargates and starports and robotics support bays or robotics bays, whatever. It's been a while, forgive me. The robo, right? They have to make so many buildings in order to do this, and all you need to do is make 1 building. Like, it's silly not to, basically, is my point. And yes, you can have all this larva. Look at all that larva. But what happens if you run out? You know what I'm saying? And again, it's only 300 minerals, and this counts as everything. It's your air, it's your ground, it's your tech, it's everything. So I don't understand why they don't just build another hatch somewhere. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But, you know, people are people. But anyways, yeah, that's how you do it. So one last time, 0, select all your queens, backspace, I, click, backspace, I, click, click. So I put that one in there. backspace, oh, backspace, I, click, backspace, I, nope, I hit click once, backspace, I, click, backspace, I, click, backspace, I, click, backspace, I, click, backspace, I, click. And again, you'll get better, 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 you'll get better. And it'll always select the closest queen that has the energy to do it. It'll always do that. It'll always do that. So, there you go. Yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take it well. Keep it easy. Have a good one, and peace.